You know how people say you shouldn't have your walls up, you shouldn't have blocks or barriers up? Well, as alchemists, yes, the fuck you should. You should absolutely have walls up. You should absolutely have certain blocks up. You should absolutely have certain barriers up in your life, mind, body, soul. But let me tell you why. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. As y'all know, I am your host of this society, this colony, the queen bee, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. Okay? You already know how it goes. Listen, y'all. Those of you that want to collaborate, sponsor, work with me, get your copy of Activate, all that stuff's in the description box. Just look down there, okay? Let's get into this. Listen, y'all. I know, I know. We have been taught so differently, but we've been taught by toxic ideologies, unhealthy balances, right? People who have an unhealthy thought process or perspective about certain things. People who haven't really been on this journey that you're on. As the alchemist, as the 144, as the activated ones, okay, integrated ones, the ones that have done the work in and on yourself and continue to do so, those who have risen the kundalini from the root to the crown to be crowned and is sitting on your throne of divinity, balanced in your dark and your light, your yin and your yang, your angel, your demon, your heaven, your hell, your beauty, and your beast. You absolutely motherfucking better have walls up. Why? Because you know too much. When they say ignorance is bliss, it really is true. When they say ignorance is bliss, it's true, because now that you know, you cannot unknow. Now that you've seen, you can't unseen. The only thing you can do is realize that it exists and learn how to navigate it by becoming alchemists. Oh my God, y'all. I know, right? So, yes, you absolutely should have your walls up because you know too much. You've seen it all. You have an overstanding, understanding of why things exist and why things have to exist. Things that are completely out of our control, but we must learn how to navigate anyway, because this is a part of our mission and our purpose, right? We are here for very particular reasons. And so we have to learn how to navigate and discern. And so when people say you shouldn't have your walls and blocks up, that comes from people that feel like you won't let them in, right? And their thought process is that you won't let them in because you have some sort of trauma. Right? Their thought process is you have something's wrong with you because you got blocks up. You got things up. Yes, you have been through some things, and because you've been through some things, it's made you very discerning. And so you don't have your walls and blocks up because you're trying to keep people out. Your walls and blocks are the thresholds for people to cross once you discerned that they are worthy of crossing that threshold, right? It's merely a threshold, right? It's the point of discernment where you get to decide who gets to cross that threshold. You are the gatekeeper of yourself. You are the God and goddess of yourself, right? You decide whether to open your pearly gates, so to speak, right? As gods and rulers of ourselves, those who've activated, you realize God and goddess dwells within, right? And so even God has gates and got, what you call it? I'm seeing like a bouncer at a nightclub. I'm seeing bouncers at the nightclub at the gates, like, okay, let me see your ID. Let me see. Okay, all right, you can go. Let me see. No, get out of here. You can't get in. No, you're not on the list. No, no, you're not. up to code. You're not dressed the part. You're not, this isn't, and not even dressed the part. You don't fit the requirements to cross that threshold. Even God got folks or somebody at the gate seeing if your name is on the book of life. Hello. So when you activate your inner God and goddess, you ought to be having the same things within. Some people call this healthy boundaries, right? It isn't walls or blocks. It's healthy boundaries, right? It's discernment. It's a threshold. I know. So as the activated alchemists on this journey, because you know better now, you are doing better. Before, you didn't have these thresholds. You didn't have these healthy boundaries. You didn't have these walls. You didn't have these so-called barriers. You didn't have them before. And look at how your life was before. Look at the amount of shit you went through before, the amount of attacks and betrayals, and even by people closest to you, because you didn't have certain boundaries, certain walls, certain lines that should not be crossed. You had not established that. You were easy pickings. Right? People say, "Oh, you're so different now. You're so," absolutely, you're different now. You're not who you used to be. Who you used to be, it was easy to kill her or him. It was easy to betray you. It was easy to usurp your power. It was easy to dethrone you. It was easy to attack you. It was easy to keep you stuck, keep you stagnant, keep you delayed. It was easy to harm you because you were not awakened or activated. Now that you are awakened and activated and have become alchemists, those of you here, okay, around this society, this colony, you have had to activate, learn to turn pain into power. Part of learning to turn pain into power is having walls, having boundaries, having barriers. Again, these walls and barriers or boundaries are not designed to keep people out. It's designed for you to discern who's worthy of letting in. All right. So when people come into your life, let's talk about it on a romantic level. People come into your life and they want to date you. They want to get to know you. And they're like, "You got walls up. Why you got walls up? Why you got your blocks up?" If they have to ask, then you have your answer, right? Because a activated, mature, divine, masculine, and feminine won't ask why you have walls up. They're going to know why, because they've been on that same journey. And they're going to know that it's merely the threshold for discernment. And they're going to respect that, actually. They're going to love that. Actually, the fact that you have walls and blocks up will turn them on. It actually makes you even more sexy, because they know that you are an activated one. And when they know that you are an activated one, all right, when they know you are the divine, one of the divine ones, all right, they respect, honor, and worship the fact that you have boundaries. Because they understand that only those worthy will be able to cross that threshold. And it's honorable to them. They are honored by it. So those folks who have to question why, you already have your answer. But those who just align energetically, they never have to ask why, because the entry is granted. Entry is granted to those who are worthy. And you will know who the worthy ones are, because you're now discerning. You've activated your discernment. You've activated your empathic abilities. You've activated your intuitive abilities. All right. You've activated your ability to see, to feel. Okay. You've activated these things. And so they never have to ask. They never will ask why you have boundaries. They will simply respect that, love that, find you sexy for that, find you magnetic for that, find you beautiful for that. And they will just want to worship you for that. And you them in return, right? Because those on this same journey, there are boundaries and walls and barriers on both sides. Again, not to keep people out, not to keep each other out, but to simply create a level of discernment, a level of alignment. And yeah, y'all, that's it. I'm gonna leave it right there. This has been long enough. How many? Okay, look, I'm doing so much better. I'm at 10 minutes. I'm trying to keep these short, y'all. There's so much coming out, so much content coming out, so much channeling going on. So y'all know when it comes to me, I share it with you. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed. To get your copy of my book, Activate, to get your merch, to collaborate, to partner, to sponsor Alcheminity. All that information is in the description box. Thanks for y'all's donations. I appreciate it so much. Please keep it coming in. Y'all know I got a job outside of this, okay? So please keep your donations coming in. It helps me kind of keep things afloat so I can continue to bring these messages to you. Other than that, girls got to work. So help a sister out. Help us expand the messages here on Alcheminity to global audiences, and your donations and becoming members help me to do that. And also there's some really juicy content I just can't share publicly here on YouTube, so y'all got to become members to get access to that stuff. Okay. Also consider becoming a Patreon member. It's patreon.com/alcheminity as well if you'd like to support over there. Okay, I'm done. I will speak to y'all next time. Ciao for now. Mwah.